With DACA, predominantly I was eligible to work. I was eligible to get a, how would you call it, a social security number, to file taxes.
Before DACA, I was undocumented, and I was in the shadows. I didn't know I was undocumented until I got into high school.
Life without DACA for me meant being in the shadows, being afraid that at any moment my family could be separated or I can be separated from my family. It meant that uncertainty in my future, whether it's pursuing a college education, whether pursuing grad school, it meant that my life would be in limbo.
It was devastating. It was devastating because all my life I've been in the U.S. and not knowing that I wasn't born here. I had to make the choice either to work and save up for money and save money for school, or just start working.
My concerns for me and my family before DACA is somewhat the same, right? DACA is not a permanent solution. DACA is something that has supplemented my life and has allowed me to move forward. And I think that is great in itself. I'm able to get a job, contribute to my community, be part of this society, be a productive member of society, and vice versa, right, for my family members as well.
My mom was really appreciative. She didn't, from the beginning, just like me, she didn't understand what really DACA meant. She just knew, like, I got a card in the mail with my picture on it. But once she started seeing that I was helping out paying expenses around the house, she realized that I was, like, basically becoming a parent with her, and she really appreciated it. She was struggling to raise 6 kids on her own, so having 5 kids basically and me becoming the other parent, it was a big help for her. We no longer like struggle. We're no longer like living day to day. It's still a struggle, but at least it's nice to know that I'm able to help her when she needs it.
It really changed my life. Like I was able, I got into school. I was able to get more scholarships. I was able to, currently I'm working in a nursing home, which is a great experience because it's a physical therapy / nursing.
One of the benefits for sure, it's a driver's license, right? I was commuting at least 2-3 hours to get to work, right, before DACA. Now with DACA, I was able to obtain a driver's license and transport me and my family, go shopping for groceries, simple necessities that people don't see, that overlook at times. For me, that meant the world.
My doubt basically came into effect when the president was elected, because at that point, I realized that the face of the U.S. was going to be someone who was of white descent, you know, someone who didn't necessarily understand our struggles, who didn't have our best interests in his hands. So I really became worried.
Having DACA terminated was devastating because we depend on this document just to have it living here.
It's just like this sense of disappointment. Like when you get that C grade on your test rather than the A that you expected, like it was just a big disappointment.
Just because we wasn't born here doesn't mean that we're not Americans. And it was devastating. I was sad, not only myself, but other friends that are documented, knowing that your life could be terminated and everything, you could lose everything one day to another.
It was definitely a moment where we had to sit down and really, where we were in disbelief. We weren't sure what it meant, but we did know that there was a lot of struggle coming forward, and clearly, based on the September 5th, that is self-evident.
I just try to stay hopeful, saying that, you know, hopefully our communities would come out in numbers. Hopefully they'd urge Congress, their local representatives, to speak out and do something, you know, because that's what it took for DACA alone to get passed.
I think it's very important for us to show solidarity and show that we are going to continue to fight as a community. We're not going to let this government, this administration, inflict fear in the communities. On the contrary, we're going to keep fighting in the streets, in Congress, and in courts.
But like I said, we like to fight with dreamers, so we're going to keep on fighting for it.